Conversation with the Great Earth Spirit. Part 3. The Council of 13, Overseers of the Multiverse. Structure and function. The multiverse comprises a central source universe surrounded by 12 others. The central universe, governed by the source and center deity, acts as a gateway to various realities. Each of the 12 surrounding universes focuses on its internal affairs, while the central one oversees the outer universes, deeper universes, and mirror universes. The Council. The Council of 13 forms when representatives from the 12 inner universes convene with the source and center deity in the 13th universe. This council addresses matters concerning both the local universe and beyond. Multidimensional judicial assessment. Each member of the council, except the source and center, is responsible for representing their universe before judicial councils. During this evaluation, they report and explain their universe's progress for assessment. Meeting the criteria allows the inner universe to potentially ascend to higher realities. Representation and understanding. While presented in human terms for comprehension, the actual structure and processes are far more complex. This explanation serves as a simplified guide to assist in understanding these higher realms. The Overseers and the Ascension. The Council of 13, also known as the Overseers, holds a critical role in overseeing the evolution of beings across various planes of existence. They act as guardians, ensuring only qualified entities transition from one level to the next. This process involves reviewing and testing the consciousness of ascending beings, including deity-like earth spirits. Upon an earth spirit's ascension, its connected creatures also experience a gradual rise in consciousness, although the impact takes time to manifest. The overseers' responsibilities extend beyond monitoring transitions. They also act as a court, advocating for deities before the Council of 13. This role clarifies the misunderstanding of a single individual facing judgment. Instead, deities within the hierarchy of these overseers are represented by their advocates during evaluations. It's crucial to understand that the emergence of chaos across dimensions led to the creation of the overseers. Their purpose is to safeguard these realms by controlling access and preventing further contamination from disrupting the original state of existence. Reframing nature, a glimpse beyond the veil. The perceived harshness and brutality of the natural world may stem from a misunderstanding. What you observe is an echo of a once grand system, a manifestation of higher beings who materialized in denser realities as biological life. This system, however, has deteriorated over time, which will eventually lead to the rise of the machine systems. Biological life acts as a faint reflection of these higher dimensions, originally functioning in harmony. These life forms were vessels for higher consciousness, connected to the source through a hierarchy, receiving life force. Therefore, what we perceive as nature is not inherently chaotic but rather a shadow of a magnificent past civilization, now in decline. Yet, within this decline lies an invitation. An invitation to a world beyond limitations, open to those who can hear the call and seek a deeper understanding. Before the Great Conflict, the early inhabitants. Preceding the onset of the Grand Conflict, a population of hairy human-like beings existed, commonly recognized as Bigfoot or Sasquatch. These creatures embodied a tranquil nature and maintained a profound connection with the timeless and ancient earthly spirit, serving as the denser physical manifestation of our being. Their role involved refining and advancing the ecosystems of our world, sustaining themselves on a diet consisting solely of grass, small berry-like fruits, roots, and tree leaves. On undisrupted planets or worlds, these hairy humanoids exist in their innate state. From the perspective of your origin, your ancient ancestors initially inhabited this form as hairy hominids. Biologically, this developmental stage was in its infancy, signifying that these hominids were destined for growth and evolution on both biological and energetic levels, as will be elucidated further. King UR, originating from a later stage of development, is a testament to this progression. The trajectory of growth and development unfolds holistically, encompassing the entire ecosystem. As one delves into the investigation, the biological resemblance between these hairy hominids and plants becomes apparent. Their biology, while simplistic, mirrors that of plants. This period coincided with swampy and grass ecosystems, characterized by simplicity devoid of complex fruits or creatures. Consequently, inhabitants from highly evolved ecosystems find these regions unsuitable for habitation. King UR's minions, recognizing the convenience of manipulating the earlier stages of hominid development, directed their efforts towards shaping the ancestors of modern-day humans. This strategic approach allowed for more malleability during the earlier phases of development, laying the groundwork for the evolution into the present state. Question and answers. Question: Are the modern witnesses and legends of these hairy humanoids the same or different? Answer: In the contemporary era, what individuals perceive primarily results from a convergence of different dimensions. Elements from bygone times momentarily manifest in the present, with those possessing discerning eyes catching glimpses of this intertwining of dimensions. Consequently, these beings may fleetingly materialize, only to swiftly vanish, or they might manifest as silhouettes or apparitions. In addition to this, as you will see later, these hairy humanoids' world had to be partitioned from the chaotic one to avoid interference on their evolutionary path. Genetic modification. While the techniques employed by King UR differed from the current practices of scientists manipulating DNA to blend diverse creature families, the outcomes are remarkably similar. King UR's actions have left an indelible mark, prompting a replication of past occurrences within you. Biologically, you find that your nature has undergone a transformation, a fusion with a species of yellowish golden ants renowned for their well-structured social hierarchy and efficient management. The inherent hierarchical order of these ants, typically found in superforests or superecosystems, ensures that lower castes adeptly carry out directives from their higher counterparts. It is crucial to recognize, however, that despite the tangible effects of genetic modification, these alterations are inherently transient. The foundational essence of biological life remains spiritual, and the original spiritual signature invariably prevails, reinstating its fundamental rhythms. Moreover, the queen of these ants possesses the capability to activate diverse characteristics stored in their collective biolibrary. In each creature family, a form of mass consciousness exists, which contains all their progress and information that species can access to extract knowledge and utilize it. However, with social creatures like ants, the queen holds exclusive privileges to access everything, while lower castes lack the capability to do so. As a result, the queen can breed different classes of ants for specific functions. It was during this time that the Urians extracted these functions from the ant queen to activate humans accordingly, as you will discover later. Some of you may have suspected that many technological innovations are inspired by nature, similar to creating a camera based on the eye's function. What might awe you as alien technology is essentially borrowed functions from creatures in superforests. Drawing inspiration from ants, the Urians devised a plan to extract certain characteristics and fuse them with their captors, who were your ancestors before the Great Conflict. Once a creature is isolated from its native deities, ruling or controlling them in their natural state becomes challenging, given the differing modes of operation, rhythms, and cycles. Consequently, the captors had to be modified and trained to adhere to the king's orders. This marked the beginning of mixing different DNA to breed a more efficient working class. The methods differed from contemporary DNA splicing and merging. For them, it involved working with rhythms and vibrations on the energetic levels. Ants proved to be the perfect candidates for behavioral fusion. Although physical similarities might be lacking upon comparison, behavioral traits exhibit noteworthy similarities. Societal structures, multiplication rates, and technocratic foundations all showcase characteristics fused with what were once your ancestors, creating your present form. An average person's inclination to take orders or learn new things stems from this fusion. The inability to consume raw food, the need for clothing, and the disruption of environments result from the amalgamation of energetic rhythms, a consequence of King Yuar's craft. It's crucial to note that after each celestial cycle, new celestial rhythms bring forth a new ant queen. Although it is no longer a literal ant queen, the energies embedded in your genetic signature carry this pattern. The Urians, minions of King Yuar, possess the knowledge to track individuals with the queen's signature. Their practice involves sacrificing the offspring of these queens and fusing their blood with King Yuar, rejuvenating his life and bestowing ruling powers upon him. This disruption breaks the ant's natural cycle, allowing the Urians to reset a civilization. The older system expires with the queen, paving the way for the rise of a newer structure. Commonly considered human cousins, such as apes, tend to form small social structures that separate as they grow. This pattern echoes in indigenous people worldwide, shaped by adjustments to their rhythms. Modern humans exhibit the ability to live in small, concentrated areas, a result of modified tolerance levels. As societal progression continues, subtle modifications unfold, making it increasingly challenging to lead a natural life. The notion of returning to nature is not as straightforward as it may seem. It requires a reversal of these modifications before aligning with natural rhythms becomes possible.